very simple one-sided design, and how they did it was extremely smart and prudent, but it still came out magnificently beautiful. So let's start with the base, and we're going to turn this around. And here we just have the insertion of a couple elephant ears is the very basic backdrop. We have a lot of these in Florida, which is another reason I really like this simple design. Let's see what they did behind it. So they did 1, 2 as their very base. On each side, they just put a little bit of these after they inserted the 2. You could almost do this with basil or anything. These 2 little sides that make your triangle. After those 2, they put 1 big long leaf. Again, something we have in Florida. So far you've just talking about 3 big leaves and a couple side greenery to make it triangle. And that's almost where they could end. They did a little bit in the front of like eucalyptus down here. So once they got the green set, which was 2 big leaves, 1 big long leaf, a couple side leaves, maybe some eucalyptus up at the front. It was very simple. Looks like they might have 1 more. No, they inserted it right into that 2nd big leaf. That's interesting. They just used the 2nd leaf as the insertion point into this foam and to hide the mechanics of the foam. See? That's interesting. I've never seen that done. And this whole thing is just a little rectangle. And we're going to take a look at the actual bottom. Yes, it's a circle. See if it's held down with anything. Not really. The last thing it led for was 3 long spikes. You could use stock, lavender. These 3 long spikes are interesting because they're not expensive flowers either. This looks like a little bit more eucalyptus would be. A little bit more eucalyptus. So they prepped the greens first. And then they added a couple long, bright flowers, which is almost no cost. And the last thing, I guess, is they did the 4 orchids, which they, again, had shoved right through the greenery. I've never seen that done. So here was 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going to take them out to count them because that was kind of interesting how that worked out. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That was your basic mechanics of a very simply designed, beautiful arrangement. This arrangement's a week old, so it's had its day. I'm going to go ahead and reinsert 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like I said, the arrangement really has had its day. But how eloquent. And you could do this almost with any garden arrangement. Yes, I'm still fascinated in breaking this down. I've already taken out the primary flowers. There was, 6 total. But I still want to see how they did this. This they just shoved right into the foam. Then they shoved right into the foam using this as an anchor. So we're going to take that out. We're going to take these out. Again, I suspect it's eucalyptus. It went right into the sides. See how they did that? As they were prepping, they prepped it like that, but I'm going to take them out. They went right through that leaf. Interesting. Now you got the big leaf. We're going to pull that out. Here we go. Tons of these in Florida. I'm going to have a ball with this. The other one they did in the other direction. And it kind of leaned backwards. Watch out. Lean backwards. Now, I'm going to pull him out. I just want to see something else. They're not using tape anywhere. There is absolutely no use of tape in here at all. They did this. They did this. So they probably started this way. They did this. I want to see what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the sides, they did the fluffy 1, 2. Say 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's how it all started.